Well, good morning, all our friends and family on Facebook and elsewhere. We're packing to go to Africa already. We leave November 13th, but you can't start packing 2 days before a trip like that to Africa. We're starting to think things out. You know, one of the things we're going to do when our whole team is there, we're going to do a special night with our kiddos. I can't wait for them to experience it, and I can't wait for you to see it. We're going to do a s'mores night. This is 12 boxes of graham crackers, because I know I can't get these in Africa, or if I did get them, they'd be incredibly expensive. And I've got 2 boxes of Hershey bars, and I've got 12 bags of giant puff marshmallows that are on their way. We're going to pack them in a separate little plastic container so they don't get smooshed. We don't want them to get smooshed. And so we're going to have a s'mores night with our kids. You know, so much of our time is spent on these most recent trips. Very intense, very heavy duty, lots of construction, lots of we're dealing with adversarial things in the community. We believe that this trip is going to be vastly different. It's going to be a wonderful time of setting up things for the school itself, and also when the team gets there, which Bess and I are going on the 13th, and the team is arriving a couple weeks later. When the team gets there, or a week and a half later, when the team gets there, then what we're going to do is really focus on relationship building, focus on leadership development during the day, focus on community building. We're going to do an outreach. We want to take bags of groceries to all the widows in the community and all the single parent moms. We also have a day where we're going to have, I bought this 6-foot high giant soccer ball. I know it doesn't look like much right here, but this is an incredible tool for having a community outreach. And so we'll have a giant soccer ball day where all the kids can play football with a giant soccer ball. We've got t-shirts, we've got crayons. I have 2 different sets of premium heirloom seeds that are going. We've got knives for the guys, and it's just, in some ways it's like Christmas, but it's just what you do when you take a mission trip and you're trying to build that community. I've got some shirts for the kids, and here's one. We have fly traps, and not only will these eliminate flies, but they also give us food for the chickens. Once we fill these bags up, we just open it up, dump it out, and the chickens eat all the flies and larvae that come out of those bags. Let's see what we got here. Oh, look at this. This is 5 pounds of hardened red winter wheat. This is going to be used to grow fodder for the animals. So 1 pound of wheat becomes 8 pounds of food for animals to eat. And the problem is that our guys were just having a hard time finding good seeds. So I've actually got 4 of those bags of different kinds of wheat and stuff. We've got boxes of number 2 pencils, crayons, again, more seeds, erasers. And then we have this box right here, and this box is for the dog business. And we've got our dog Rock, who is now officially bigger than Zoe, but he's not even a year old yet. And so he needs a lot of vitamins and vitamin D and calcium for growing bones, because I think Rock's gonna weigh somewhere in the neighborhood of 200 to 220 pounds when it's all said and done. And he'll keep growing until he's almost 2 years old. So we're excited about taking this trip. It's going to be a wonderful outreach trip. I believe we're going to see people saved. I believe we're going to see people added to the church. We're going to set the stage for the schools to start. We're going to be buying things like library books, setting up the lavatory, setting up the kitchen. And so what we need cash. I need to take the maximum amount of cash with us that we can, because it's cheaper to take the cash with us than to wire it over there. And I need to know that we have it in our hand. And of course, we're in the middle of our matching funds effort. We've had about half of that fund met so far. So every dollar you give will be matched dollar for dollar. Now the easiest way to give The first, the old-fashioned way to give is you can call our office. You can call 972-771-8886. That's 972-771-8886. And just give by credit card. Talk to Sonny or Randy. They'll be happy to take your information and be happy to talk to you over the phone, give you some insight about what's going on. So we need some cash coming in the next 3 weeks. So if you ever thought about giving, and the other way to give is through our push pay, which is the simplest way to give. You text the words God Loves Kids, all one word, all lowercase, to 77977. That's 77977. And you text that and it'll lead you through. Once you're set up on PushPay, it is absolutely the easiest and fastest way to give. And we also give you the opportunity to add to your donation the processing fee. So when you add to that donation the processing fee, literally your donation will be matched dollar for dollar. And we're going to be asking almost full time for people to join us, to help give. You know, your pastor asks for an offering twice a week, at least. And so we're going to be asking a lot until we reach our goals, because even with our goals met, we didn't include in the budget for the matching funds a van. We really need a bus for the school. It's going to be $20,000 to $30,000. We didn't include in the budget acquisition of the administration complex. We would like to do that. They're wanting way too much for it, and we're willing to build an administration complex someplace else. But if God opens the door, we need to be ready to purchase that administration complex. And we didn't really include in the budget any other acquisitions or building the apartments necessary that it looks like we're going to have to build on site. So there's a lot going on, a lot of great things. Bess and I are so excited about this trip. I don't think we've ever been more excited about a trip to Africa than we are now. We've been going since 2010. God has always blessed, but this is a unique trip at a unique time. It's historic, it's epic, and we are so excited about it. By the way, I hope you saw the 150 chickens were delivered, the little tiny chicks. They're happy as clams. They're going to be spoiled little chickens because we want some great eggs coming out of those guys, and we're excited about that. You helped us build the chicken coop. We have the septic system is going in for the boys' bathroom. The new bathrooms are being constructed as we speak. They're moving like crazy. I mean, these guys are really on an epic pace, particularly considering we're having this construction done in Africa. So the septic system is huge, so that we would have no problems with it at all. And the boys' bathrooms, new bathrooms are going in. And it's going to be a wonderful thing to have running water showers on the campus for the first time, flushing toilets on the campus for the first time. And really, the windows are going into the buildings, the roofs are being repaired, all the old roofs will be replaced by the time we get to the first of the year. And it's just an exciting time. You know, buildings are a tool, and they're a tool that you use to reach people. This is all about children. This is all about needy kids who really don't have a chance. Because you care, they have an education. Because you care, they will eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Because you care, they will have clothes on their back. Because you care, someone will be able to mentor them spiritually on a daily basis. And that's what this is all about. It's not about buildings. It's not about building some sort of monument to some man somewhere. It's not about building a mega church. It's about reaching a community in a transformational way that will also change a nation. I believe that nation changers will come out of this school, and that Uganda will be affected for decades to come because of Phillips Career School International. You know, it's a school designed specifically to create job creators, not job seekers, and to impart into these kids leadership principles, business principles, family principles, and so half the day, every day, will be switched. We'll go from academics to practical studies on all the things that are necessary to have a life that is whole and full and complete. and you're a part of helping us do that. You know, a donation of any size, $5, $10, $100. If everybody gave $300, we would easily meet our goal. And so, you know, just ask God what He would have you to do and respond to that. You know, there is no faith until you know the will of God. You know, ask God, what should I do to help Phil and Bess do what they're called to do? What should I do to be a part of God Loves Kids? Ask Him. I believe that He'll lead you, He'll guide you, He'll speak something into your spirit, and then when you give, you're giving in faith. And you're stepping out in faith. And I believe He'll supply the need, even if you don't have the money. He may tell you an amount you don't have. And you just start believing Him for that money, and God will supply it according to His riches and glory. I want to thank you for being with us today. This is just a small sample of the things that we'll be packing to go to Uganda. But I wanted to share with you that the packing has already taken place. Stuff for the dogs, leashes, dog bowls, all of it. You cannot get any of this stuff in Uganda. I had to go to 4 different pet stores to find a decent leash and collar this last trip, and it was expensive, so we're going to bring our own. And that's exactly what all this stuff is, stuff that would be incredibly expensive there, but we're able to bring it in. All of us limit ourselves to 1 personal suitcase so we can bring an additional case full of things for the kids to bless the school and bless the children. So until next time, God bless you, and we look forward to your participation in God Loves Kids as we help some of the neediest children in the world.